Hi everybody, welcome to another video post from Emily's Vintage Visions. Today I want to show you a really quick tutorial on how to restore some of these hats here. These are a 1950s, 60s style hat that have flowers and a veil. And as you can see, these were really badly stored. The flowers were crushed and the veils are just really not very attractive in their current shape. So I'm going to show you how to take this and turn it into something that looks a little bit more attractive. What you're going to need is some kind of a hat form. This one is just a styrofoam head. If you have another type of form or a hat block, that works great too. You can also use a tailor's ham to drape the veil over. These work really great. I recommend having a couple of these on hand because they're great for a number of different projects. And of course you are going to want to have an iron. You want to make sure that it steams really well because the steam is what's going to help restore the hats to their former shape. So let's get started. Since I'm using a styrofoam head, this is actually pretty slippery for this type of hat, so I have taken a couple of straight pins and just pinned it in place to keep it from sliding around. So what you're going to do, I have my iron set on the highest setting for steam, and I'm just going to make sure that it's going here. So one thing you want to keep in mind, you do not want to actually touch the iron to these types of hats because you could end up melting the veil and singeing the flowers. These are just like a chiffon type of petal, and there's some velvet leaves, so you really don't want to do anything that's going to further damage the hats. So I've placed it on the head, and I've just very gently started to work the veil with my fingers, just to very gently stretch it out. You don't want to pull too hard because you don't want to damage it. So what I'm going to do with my iron, I want to just get some steam going here, and you want to hold it several inches above the hat and just very gently steam, and you can kind of tip the hat form. Keep your iron moving just a little bit. That's going to help the steam get underneath those petals and help fluff them up. And so you just want to kind of keep working it there. For the veil, again, you can kind of gently pull it with your fingers, and oops, iron is dripping a little bit here. You know, make sure your iron doesn't do that. But as you pull the lace out just a little bit, you can move the iron back and forth over it and just let the steam do the work. It's going to help just relax the material of the hat. So this one you can see is going to need a lot more work, but the one that I did earlier today, you can see, you know, big difference in the way that the flowers look. And these two hats, other than the color, are pretty much identical. They got a couple of roses on top with the velvet leaves. And this type of hat, it's really more of a fascinator. It's just meant to sit on the head. I don't know if you can see that very well, with a veil down over the face. You can wear it straight on, you can kind of wear it off to the side, and just let the lace sit gently on your head. Whoops. But you can see that's just the difference in the two there. So as you're viewing this video, you're going to want to go back and look at my actual blog post, because I've taken pictures of the process all the way through, before and after pictures, and you can see this hat here was even more smushed than this one. This one did have some breaks in the lace, and I actually practiced on this hat first because it was already damaged and I wasn't afraid of hurting it any further.